Hi there, I'm Miss Melanie, and today I'm reading for you a collection of poetry called Night on Neighborhood Street by Eloise Greenfield and Spivey Gilchrist. Night on Neighborhood Street. First poem is called Neighborhood Street. The street had stretched awake as dawn spun slowly out of darkness. Morning mamas and daddies roused the children with soft sugar names and the scent of hot buttered bread. Now the day is sped round to evening, and children ring the sidewalk singing, "Oh, Lil Liza Jane." Dusk spins from daylight, and the children sing, "We're going round the mountain 2 by 2." Circling the mountain as night falls, rise, Sally, rise, on Neighborhood Street. This next poem is called Little Boy Blues. He's got the little boy blues. He's all alone, waiting for his best friend to come home. Looking at the moon with a sad eye, poking out his mouth, getting ready to cry. Going to sit right there until Saturday night, when his friend gets home, going to hold him tight. Got more lonesome than he can use. He's got the bad, long face hurtin' little boy blues. This next poem is called Good Night, Juma. Go to bed, Juma. Just one more game? Go to bed, Juma. Just one more show? Go to bed, Juma. Just one more minute? Juma, go to bed, I said. Just no. A hug? Oh, you bet. Good night, Daddy. Good night, Juma. This poem is called New Baby Poem 1. All day she has slept. Now is her time to cry. Where am I? I'm too tiny a girl for this big new world. New Baby Poem 2. Sleep coming down, bringing dreams that swish like the sound of warm water, rocking the baby, swish, swish, swish. This one is called The Cellar. When the cellar comes around, carrying in his many pockets packages of death, all the children go inside. They see behind his easy smile. They know his breath is cold. They turn their backs and reach for warmth and life. This one's called Family Time. When the Robinsons gather just before bed, the kids in pajamas, the homework's been read, it's time for the family to have some fun. It's family time, says the littlest one. They come from work, they come from play, they get together at the end of the day for singing and guessing and games of rhyme, for jokes and jacks and pantomime. And the little one calls it family time. The Meeting is this poem. Some nights they meet, the people who live on Neighborhood Street, get together to talk things out, work things out, and there's this brother who always tries to pick a fight, says he's the only one who's right. His face gets ugly and he starts to shout. He don't know what he's talking about. Everybody just leans back and waits and nods and smiles and says, until he sees that what they mean is there's the door, and then he don't say no more. When Tanya's friends come to spend the night. When Tanya's friends come to spend the night, her mama's more than just polite. She says she's glad they came to call, tells them that she loves them all, listens to what they can do, tells them what she's good at too, plays her horn and lets them sing. Do they make that music swing? Feeds them sweet banana bread, hugs them when it's time for bed. Tanya sure would have a gripe if she were the jealous type. But she isn't just a guest. She knows her mama loves her best. The house with the wooden windows. The house with the wooden windows doesn't know night from day, doesn't know its neighbors or the tales the children tell to scare the babies. They say the house is filled with ghosts that boogie when the moon is right. But the house is empty and knows that only dust rises to dance to the lonely beat of silence. Darnell. He lies stiffly awake. He makes a wish for daylight. Danger hides in the sounds he hears. Tap, creak, squeak. But soon his thoughts will start to swim. Then sleep will come to save him from his fears. Buddy's dream. Not just one, but two of him. Side by side, limb by limb. Arms do the wiggle, legs kick the air. Moving to the music, he's a mighty pair. A crowd is there, saying, "Go, buddy, buddy, go, buddy, go. Go, buddy, buddy, go, buddy, go." Not just two, but four of him. Back to back, limb to limb. Dancing on the tables, whirling on the floor. Turning like a turbo, he's a terrible four. The people roar, saying, "Go, buddy, buddy, go, buddy, go. Go, buddy, buddy, go, buddy, go." He's going, going, going. He's gone. This one's called In the Church. In the church, the congregation is singing songs of praise, raising their swaying arms to glory. Hallelujah, they sing. Going to give up their sins, give up their pain, going to start a new life, shed their old ways at the altar. In the church, the congregation is swaying, singing songs of praise, raising their arms and their voices to glory. This one's called Narissa. Her daddy's out of work and her mama's sick in bed. Narissa tries to think of things to make them glad. She can't bring dinner like the neighbors do. She can't mend the hole in her daddy's shoe. But she's a big help when she tickles her folks by telling them the best old bedtime jokes. This one's called Karen. Karen lets her sister be the mama evenings when mama's at work, mostly minds and bedtimes doesn't fuss much, just yawns wide then waits for her sister to tender a mama's kiss. Lawanda's Walk. She said she wasn't sleepy. She said it extra loud. She didn't want to be carried. She wanted to be proud. She tried not to lean or let her eyelids droop, but the longest walk she ever took was from the car to the stoop. She said she wasn't a baby. She tried to say it right, but the words all ran together and spilled into the night. Then she leaned against her daddy for help, but not before she felt the knob and knew that she had made it to the door. She closed her eyes, but not before she made it to the door. This last one is called Night on Neighborhood Street. Only light and shadow play on the sidewalk now. It is the time when darkness and stillness meet, and most are asleep on Neighborhood Street. Then Tanya's mama, out for a breath of air, blows lullaby sounds into the silence. The children hear and smile. Their sleep deepens, and they are at peace with the night. And that is the end of The Night on Neighborhood Street by Eloise Greenfield and Jan Spivey Gilchrist.